Backseat the valve. Backseat the other way. Okay, there we go. Now you don't hear the hissing, right? Okay, now let's look. So this is telling us that we have refrigerant inside the machine. Now, that could be refrigerant.
You said air, right?
It could also be air, right? We don't know. Now, we're gonna turn on, get the plug, get our plug this up, turn it on, see what happens. Because this is on the low pressure side of the machine, when the compressor turns on, it's gonna start to lower that pressure. When it lowers the pressure, we can bring the table forward a little bit. Okay. Turn on the machine. Okay, so it's in cooling mode. Switch the mode. Put it on. So it's gonna go to heat. Put it on fan. Let it be on fan for a little bit. Now switch the mode to cooling. Oh, drop the temperature, please. So that's the set point that when this machine is unplugged, this thermostat, there you go. So our compressor just turned on, okay, our pressure's going down. Now look, so our pressure's so low, it's saying that our saturation temperature is minus 40 degrees. So we know that's bad, that's impossible. If I feel over here, am I getting any cooler? If I feel my discharge line is a little warm. My suction line is a little cold. So it could be that there is some refrigerant, it's just not a lot of refrigerant, okay? Which means there's a tiny little leak, we're leaking a lot of refrigerant. Shut it off.
You think it would be like a pound?
We don't know. Okay, so what we need to do right now, need to put a hose on here, connect it to our recovery machine, get a scale on our recovery tank and check to see when we recover how much refrigerant comes out, because it's probably a very small amount.
So if there weren't enough refrigerant, the cold side would be cold.
Well, this is the thing, there's not enough refrigerant. So we know that I can look at the standing pressure. That's my standing pressure. Is it 58 degrees inside this room right now?
So when it says standing pressure?
If the machine is standing with the compressor off, that's the pressure.
Okay.
Is that saying that's the saturation point? Is it 58 degrees inside this room right now?
No.
It's not 58 degrees, which means that there's not enough refrigerant inside the machine. But again, you never know with certain things, right? That's why you have to check a lot of different things. You got to check your pressures, you have to check your temperatures, you got to check your saturation point. You have to check, usually we put our multimeter over here, we have to check the amps to see how much amps the compressor is running at. So these are all the things that we have to practice over and over and over again. All right, so we're gonna get, so we got the tank, get the scale. There's nothing, all right, don't worry about it. Okay, put the tank up here. Oh, I'm sorry, recovery machine. Recovery machine first. So there should be a plug back there the recovery machine can go into. Now, we're going to go from our center port to the inlet over here. Then we need to go from the outlet to our recovery tank. But make sure, there should be some extra hoses inside the van. Okay, good. Yeah. So, no, remember that hose has the what? The self-closing valve. Let's go, guys. Set it up, set it up.
So self-closing when there's no Schrader.
You use that when you don't have when you have a Schrader valve.
Okay.
Because that way, when you disconnect the hose, the refrigerant gets trapped in the hose automatically. Yeah. With these hoses, as soon as you take it off, all the refrigerant in the hose is gonna come out.
Oh, that thing I know is straight up, yeah.
Center port. Center port to the inlet of the recovery machine.
Then goes here?
Then the outlet, outlet to the tank. Okay, outlet of the recovery machine to the tank. Now, when you go to the tank, go to the blue valve on the tank. Somebody bring the tank. There are 70 PTACs in this building, guys. You guys should be able to come here without me and do this stuff very, very quickly. You should be able to diagnose, is there a refrigerant in the machine? If there's not, what do we have to do? Connect to the blue hose?
Question, Tori.
Of course.
Why you don't put like a high side valve here?
We could. The only issue is that's a new valve. So that one is new. With the other ones that we had in the thing, we didn't have all the spacers. So you have to have the spacer because if it doesn't fit snug, then the refrigerant's gonna leak out the side. So because I had a new one, we're able to use this one. But we're gonna get some more for next time.
We could put it on the discharge line.
Normally we do that. But here's the thing, right? Wherever you put that hole, you have to braze that up.
No, yeah.
So like with this one, when we, yes sir.
Is that what you mean with the little sticks things where you just weld it into it?
Braze it. Okay. So we're gonna have to
Like
braze.
a T, right?
Well, this is too big for a T. We'll just put a stem. So we'll put a stem so that we can have the Schrader valve. Because right now the only thing keeping the refrigerant in is this valve right here. Because this is, well, it's open now. But if I front seated this, I could remove this hose. But this is slowly going to leak over time because it's not a permanent attachment.
You're like a not permanent fix.
Yeah, this is temporary.
This is temporary.
This is literally what people use when they're going to throw out a machine, and you can't the garbage, the sanitation, not going to take it with refrigerant in it. So I had somebody, they recovered like 100 units, and they took the machines out of the building. They called me to remove the refrigerant and then give them a letter saying the refrigerant was removed so it could be disposed. So most of the times people use this just because they intend to throw out the machine. Okay. But if you intend to keep the machine, you have to put a permanent valve. That's when we're gonna brace. So if we don't do it today, we'll do it later. The most important thing is now I wanna pressure test. I cannot pressure test with the refrigerant in the machine. So I need to remove the refrigerant so I can do the pressure test. So that's what this is going to allow me to do. Put nitrogen in, then I can try to see, different techniques I can use to try to find the leak. Okay, now I have refrigerant going to that point right there. Make sure everything is tight. I need to purge my line. I'm going to open here. See how the pressure just dropped a little bit? So now refrigerant went over here. Somebody with gloves, purge that hose right there. There you go, close it. There you go. So now I'm sure there's no air inside that hose. I'm gonna open here. So the refrigerant in the hose just went into the recovery machine. Now I'm gonna open here, and that refrigerant went all the way right there. Now I'm gonna purge right there. Purge right there. There you go, a little bit, there you go. Okay, good. Okay, now I'm gonna open up my tank. Okay, open there. No, other way, back seat. Okay, all right. So now refrigerant is already flowing. Turn on the machine. Now I'm taking all the refrigerant out. So now my pressure's going down. Taking all that refrigerant out, putting it into my tank. Now, in reality, if I put another valve over here, it would go back.
What do you mean? You said it would go back?
I said if I put another valve over here, it would go faster. Right now, I'm just pulling from one side, so it's going a little slow.
So he's missing another valve on the high side.
Put in another one. You will have to connect another hose.
Right.
And where would you put it on just on a different team?
From here to there. Just connecting to the high side.
You open one side first and the other side.
You can open both at the same time.
Oh, okay. So basically it's the same thing when we was at Main
Same
Street,
exact
where
thing.
you had us,
Same exact thing. Same exact thing. Let's take some of those paper towels and try and sop up some of that water in there. So after we get the the refrigerant out, then we'll put some pressure in and we'll see if we can find a leak.